How long will this war go? Andrey Illarionov used to be Putin's economic advisor, advocating for liberalization of Russian economic policies in early 2000s. Later he turned into one of Putin's most outspoken critics. I very much like his sober, realistic and informed analysis. Thread. In the course of this war, various Western experts tried to make prognoses. How long could this war go? Illarionov collected some of those estimates and listed them in his Live journal, in a chronological order. I think this list is very informative. The 5th of March, 2022. At Kaufman Michael gave Russian forces 3 weeks before they were exhausted in terms of combat effectiveness, which could lead to a ceasefire or a settlement. The 10th of March, 2022. At Christogorzev predicts that the hot phase of the conflict may be frozen in 7-10 days. The cold phase, when we won't even know if the war is already over, could last longer, but there will be no more bloodshed. That's the most important thing. The 15th of March, 2022. At General Ben concludes that Russia's efforts to conquer Ukraine may culminate in the next 10 days. The 15th of March, 2022. In his another interview published on the same day at General Ben predicts that Russia will run out of its capacity to attack within approximately 10 days. Does it mean those experts were totally wrong? No. Initial Russian invasion plan failed. They couldn't take Kyiv. They couldn't overthrow the government. The blitzkrieg was beaten off. But Russia didn't exhaust its capacity to continue attacking anywhere as soon as they expected. From the Russian perspective, invasion indeed failed. What they expected to be a quick and easy pacification of an East European state, Czechoslovakia in 1968 style, turned into a long and bloody war of attrition. Russia didn't really prepare for. From the Ukrainian perspective, however, it might look differently. They are slowly retreating in the east. The 1st of April, Izarm abandoned the 18th of April, Kremenets abandoned the 8th of May, Popasnaya abandoned the 12th of May, Rubeznoye abandoned the 20th of May, Mariupol surrendered, the 23rd of May, fighting for Severodonetsk. Let me get it straight. Ukrainian resistance is shockingly effective. Almost nobody predicted Ukraine can stand against Russia for so long before the 24th of February. Russians expected to capture the entire country in a few days, but have to capture small towns and villages one by one. And yet, Russians didn't exhaust their capacity to keep on attacking yet, as many expected. The war didn't turn into a cold phase. The bloodshed didn't stop in 7-10 days. It continues. There is no ceasefire, no settlement. Those experts got over-optimistic in their prognoses. Illarionov concluded his post in the following way. 1. This war is bloody and can continue for long. 2. A decisive turn in this war hasn't happened yet. 3. Russians still have superiority in numbers, heavy weaponry, firepower and initiative. 4. Something very important about the numbers and quality of the Russian forces remains unknown and ununderstood for many popular experts. 5. Something very important about the numbers and quality of the Ukrainian quality remains unknown for the external observers. I find Illarionov's analysis, which I gave with my comments, interesting. He is a bright, informed and very nonconformist thinker. It was his nonconformity that hampered his career in the American expertocracy. He would do much better if he was just parroting the common tropes. I don't fully agree with the answer Illarionov has given. What I fully, 100% agree with is the question he is asking. And the question is, why Russia is still able to keep on attacking Ukraine. That is the most important question that isn't asked often enough. Now let me finish with Illarionov's analysis and give my own perspective. 1. This war will be a long war of attrition. 2. Russia will keep on attacking for as long as it can. 3. This war will end with Russia's defeat and Russia's collapse. It's way more fragile than many think. 4. Like Illarionov, I think that the Russian ability to keep on attacking presents a problem that isn't addressed often enough. We however differ in where to look for an answer. He thinks we don't know something of Russian army. I think that we don't know something about the Russian economy. Many are wondering how Putin can produce some amount of weaponry and ammunition under the most heavy sanctions regime. I'd ask, however, how he could produce any amount of weaponry ever, considering how much did the technological capacities of the USSR deteriorate by the 2000s.